Alright, welcome to Tasmania. These cute little churches here. Now I'm going to mention this again. Actually, I should mention first, this is a flash forward. In a minute we're about to flash back 24 hours in time and the real video is going to start. But my initial introduction was a bit of a mess. I'll conclude it anyway. But yeah, it's my first time in Tasmania. Beautiful land down here. Got to give thanks to the people who looked after it for tens of thousands of years. Look at that old pub. This town seems to be completely abandoned. I've got a feeling there used to be a railway that ran through here. And that's the main highway right there, the A1. And this road here is the A5, which takes up the mountains, which I've just come back down from. All right, welcome to the Tasmanian Highlands. Yeah, so for anyone who didn't know, we actually do get quite a lot of snow in Australia. It's just that we don't tend to live in the places where it snows a lot. But yeah, if you watch the forecast and you live in Australia, you're probably actually not that far from somewhere where you can see stuff like this. Just gotta come on the right day. My lunch is gonna be getting cold, but this is nice. Look at that. Why would you bother going to Switzerland or Canada? Why would you bother? Alright, so here's my room. Here's where I am. Look at that car there, not that one over there. And then that one up there too. Absolutely covered. But it's not settling too much at the moment because it's sort of like wet snow because it's not that cold. It's like 2 degrees. What? A whole nother room. I thought this is just like a double bed. And the one space in here. It's like a family room. I paid $160 for this. What the hell? It's very cheap. I swear though, it was only meant to be like a double bed. Maybe those ones were all full, so they gave me a family room. All right, so what I tried to do was make a snowman. The problem is that the snow has sort of thawed and refrozen, so it's a little bit too hard to play with. It's not really ideal. But look at that. So that's at least 10 centimeters thick. And on top of that, it's like all today through the middle of the day, it's been wet snow. Like a lot of it hasn't really been settling properly. It's kind of been, yeah, it's like, we get a lot of this kind of snow in Australia. But the forecast for tonight and tomorrow is colder and yeah, snowier. So me getting back to Hobart tomorrow, where I'm meant to stay for a couple of nights, might be an issue. As if that matters. Oh, we've got a big snowman over there. So it's starting to get a bit low in the sky, pretty close to the pole. And it is just past the winter solstice. Yeah, this is another thing you wouldn't expect to see in Australia. Partially frozen at the moment. I suspect give that another 3 or 4 hours, it'll all be frozen over. And that lake down there probably partially freeze. All right, so in the end, I've made a friend. So I've literally made a friend. Snowman, there he is. I found enough sort of fluffy snow. Put this guy together. He got the lagoon in the background, the sunset, gorgeous. Yeah, never really alone, are you? And also, on top of that, like you might say, oh, you didn't even bother giving him a carrot for a nose or anything like that. But he can't even talk, so what does it matter? All right, it's really settling now. Only small flakes, but see, they're completely frozen. So this is one thing that, you know, whoop, pretty deep. Yeah, extra exciting, you know, when we're getting this nice fluffy snow. Because yeah, as I mentioned, a lot of the time when it's snowing here, it's, you know, it's not even 0 degrees, it's about 1 degree. So it sort of, yeah, melts and refreezes and overnight. And yeah, we get some beautiful, nice fluffy snow in the mountains of Tasmania. Look at that lagoon there. I'll get a better video of the Great Lake down there soon. That's the Great Lake of Tasmania. How good. Now, I'm not telling you what town I'm in. There's a few towns around this lake. This is a gorgeous town, this one. I reckon this is probably the best of the lot. I had a look. But have a look at a thing called Paris syndrome. I've been watching a lot of vlogs, and that's the reason why I'm thinking about turning this into a vlog myself. And I'm going to have a different attitude. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I am. I'll tell you which state I'm in, I'll tell you which island I'm on, and I'll tell you which town. You should explore around and find it with your own eyes. There we are, okay. Let's hope that stays. So. Good to go. This is why I want to come to the Tasmanian Highlands. Maybe you could find your own Tasmanian Highlands. Maybe if you live on a different continent, different part of the world. Here we are right down here at the bottom. I was tried to get some videos driving along this road yesterday. It was so sketchy because it was covered in snow and ice. Even right now I'm only doing 50 k's an hour. Because there's still bits of ice on the road, I can see it. Apparently at least 7 cars. Alright, we've got another flash forward. I didn't want to start this while I'm driving, but we're stuck in traffic. We're at the top of Kunyanyi, Mount Wellington. It is now about 30 hours after this, oh no. Oh, it's more than 24 hours after I started the initial video. But you can see here, we've still got lots of snow settled on the ground. We're 1,200 meters above sea level. I'll get a better video in a minute, but we're literally like right next to Hobart. So this point here, 1,200 meters above sea level. Like, you keep going south, you're not getting another point that high until you get to Antarctica. So you get direct Antarctic winds here. It's 0 degrees up here at the moment. It's about 14 in Hobart. I know I haven't actually caught any wallabies or kangaroos on camera, but look at all this poo. It's all wallaby poo. Yeah, we won't see them. Kunyanyi, Mount Wellington. Big thing. It actually looks like snow coming in. Shot of Hobart. Thing is sting. Snow shower up here on Kunyanyi. There probably will be more snow up here tonight. Yeah, goodbye from the top of the bottom of the world. And we'll head back to yesterday in the Central Highlands. This jacket's not thick enough. It's waterproof. I can put another jumper on underneath. So it's not even fully waterproof. It's a spray jacket. It does well in the snow. I'm not wearing enough layers. That puffer jacket I was wearing before was better. Anyway, how much back up there?
Unviable for them to continue listing their drugs on the PBS.
Just after 4 p.m. in the mountains of Tasmania.
Up to $25 a month under the benefits scheme. But if these two medications...
You have got to be kidding me. A kangaroo just bounced past just after I stopped that last shot. Oh, catch plenty more wildlife on camera. Alright, whoops. So we've got an interesting situation here. I've made friends with this currawong. So if you know much about birds, you'll know that corvids are very smart and very social birds. I've actually made friends with a few of them. I gave them a tiny little bit of bread each, just as a gesture, because I know that they understand. So yeah, there they all are. They're all hanging around. Like as soon as I walked up to the window, matey here, he's come, sat on top of the old Hills Hoist clothesline. Anyway, the snow hasn't stopped. Yeah, I think he's just curious about me. I mean, he probably wants some more food. He's probably just also curious about me. They're lovely animals, corvids. This is a currawong, this is. I'm not walking into the snow barefoot again. I've done it multiple times in my life, including today. And yeah, it sucks. I don't recommend it. Right, here they are, see? They've just been sitting out here, now they're flying away. It's interesting. They're just curious about me. So that confirmed what I thought. Here, here's another one. Hello. It knows that that's my car. Well, not really mine, I rented it. Yeah, let's see if we can get there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're very, very smart birds, currawongs. Yeah, very curious. I think this one might want more food from me. The others just seem to be curious. Not hanging around. Alright, I really thought I should get another video before sunset. I was drinking a beautiful Tasmanian whiskey with ginger beer, chilling. I thought I'd better check what time the sun sets here. We're pretty close to the South Pole, like I said before. It sets at 4:55 at this time of year. Time was 4:53, it's now 4:56. There's a lagoon. Let's get a bit closer. Shoes getting soaked. worth it. Like I suppose they'll have all night to dry off. I don't think I'll come back out after this. Yeah. With the forecast for the morning, we could be looking at half a metre, maybe 20 centimetres, maybe 10. Yeah. But yeah, it's looking like we could get a lot of snow in the morning. If that's the case, I don't know if the lagoon's going to be visible. I suppose we'll wait and find out. Alright, so the sun's setting. It's actually stopped snowing for the moment. So there's not really much to do, but you know, crack into this world famous Tasmanian whiskey, Aurora Australis. There's just been auroras here recently with all the solar activity. If you're into astronomy, you'll know that there's been a lot of plasma ejected to the sun, from the sun towards the earth, causing the northern lights and the southern lights to go stretch further and further towards the equator, much further than they normally go. But anyway, cheers, Aurora Australis. This is, I've already gotten stuck into this, as you can see. This is some really nice whiskey. I'm not normally a fan of whiskey. I don't know why I'm plugging them, I'm not getting anything from it, but yeah, this on its own, just a little nip like that. So many flavours. Drink responsibly, drink responsibly. This had to be included. Alright, well, and first of all, we've got pea and ham soup, which I got in a town on the outskirts of Hobart. Tasmanian whiskey and ginger beer. Wow. Very yummy. But what I wanted to show you. Okay. Look, okay, it says packet of butter. I'm sure in any Western country, packet of butter, that's normal. Thing is, this packet of butter was not in the fridge. It was just in the cupboard. And I can imagine potentially people saying, it's like, oh, like what are you talking about? Unless it's a heat wave. Unless it's a heat wave, of course you can just keep the butter in the cupboard. Or unless it's 80 degrees, unless it's 80 degrees, of course you keep the good butter in the cupboard. In Sydney, if it drops below 20 degrees Celsius, we think it's cold. We do not keep our butter in the cupboard. I am not trying to beat a dead horse and do a food review here, but I really love pea and ham soup. So, and it smells really good. It's like a freshly made one, like I said. A little town on the outskirts of Hobart. As a great man once said, stop it. Yeah, so there might be some snow in the morning, and they're not expecting any more tonight, which I thought was a bit disappointing. I came out for a smoke, looked up and saw the stars, Southern Cross. Just, you know, they say it really say in winter. Yeah, can't see these stars in Sydney or Melbourne or Newcastle. And for all I know, I could see an aurora while I stand here. Brought this too. So it's the Aurora Australis. The Aurora Australis, what do you call it? Tasmanian whiskey. Yeah, $1,900 a bottle. That's about as cheap as Tassie whiskey gets. Look at it, it's really good with ginger beer. It's good on its own, but it's good with ginger beer too. Look at me drinking it from a plastic bottle. Imagine drinking $100 whiskey from a plastic bottle. In this. Can you imagine? It's a really nice mix. And the main reason I came out here, whoa man, oh no, that's all wet underneath. I'm not going any further. It's going to take all night for my socks to dry up as is. I wanted to see if the lagoon is frozen over. It probably is a bit. But there's also a lot of liquid still around, so yeah, but it's about -2 at the moment. I think wind chill is about -10. But yeah, look at that moisture at the bottom there. All right, well, good morning, camera. The World Cup on. España de Supremo de Football, something like that. Looks like they're going to make the final. No more snow's falling. The sun will be up soon. I think they're expecting there's meant to be like a chance to snow all day, so who knows? Especially with how it goes in snow in New South Wales and Victoria, very unpredictable. Yeah, could be nothing until 9 AM and that could just start dumping down. We'll see. How's the Serenity? So the Bureau of Meteorology is certain that we're not getting any more snow today. Well, not certain. I think it's, but yeah, it's looking very unlikely. Because even though look at that sky, it's all grey. Like, yeah, I'm hoping we get another little shower before I leave and go to Hobart for a couple of nights. But yeah, like I looked at the radar, and yeah, the nearest precipitation's like on the west coast. Actually, I think there's some to the northwest of here, but it's not coming in this direction. So yeah, unless something else forms up in the atmosphere, which it might. Yeah, this might be about as beautiful as it's going to look before I go. There's a kangaroo out here, but it bounced into those trees like as soon as I opened the blinds. Yeah, it would have seen me, which is fair enough. You know, they're one of the most hunted animals in the world. We have the biggest hunting industry in the world here. We've got so many kangaroos, so you know they have every right to be scared of us. All right, this is not a good omen in terms of getting more snowfall today, but try and tell me that's not gorgeous. Beautiful sunrise. Yeah, it's not as cold as I thought it would be this morning. You know, just wearing one jumper. It's about 2 degrees. So yeah. I won't make this the last part of the vlog, assuming this does turn into a vlog. It might not. Magpies flying around. Yeah, the birds are all active. The birds are all talking. That's another sign. Yeah, I think the storm is definitely gone. Yeah, if we get another little snow shower, I'm definitely making a video. Alright, literally just as I walked inside, it started to snow a bit. Yeah. It's only very, very light. Yeah, it stopped. That sucks. Still plenty that hasn't melted, but it's melting faster and faster. And it's not looking likely we're going to get a decent bit coming in. I know it's snowing over there. And I mean, even, I don't know, you might be able to see the tiny little flakes that are falling, but I think it's more sleet than it is snow. It's so light. Yeah. Alright, so it's 9:30. The sun was out. It's just gone behind a cloud. But yeah, we are not going to be looking at any more snow today. It's too warm. It's like 4 degrees now. Yeah, so even if there was some precipitation, it'd just be rain and would wash this already melting snow away. But yeah, gorgeous. Look at the lake there. So this has been an amazing first 24 hours in this new land, Tasmania, which I've never been to before. Don't really know what to say. Very grateful. Alright, so I'm back in my flat in Sydney, and I thought I should maybe record a little outro. Like all of this is off the cuff, like off the dome. I'm not the sort of person who would normally really use cameras and that sort of thing much, but I do like going interesting places, and I do like finding out interesting things, like, things that, people don't, often you don't have to travel that far to find something really interesting and learn something fascinating. So this is all filmed on a pretty old iPhone, and and I kind of, this is the sort of style that I'm going for. It's a bit raw, I know that. Tell me what you think about the topic. I'm going to release another video as well. We'll see how this goes. This is an experiment. I'm really just doing it for fun. I'm not really expecting to necessarily, make any money from it or anything. But so I've got another video coming out that will be looking into the truth about Tasmania and the Aboriginal history, which you'll find some really surprising details in. And I'll make sure that this is backed by evidence, because in a time where truth-telling is such a big topic, I want to make sure that it's clear that this is what I'm talking about in the next video I'm going to release is evidence-based. So, the people in Tasmania are so friendly. I really highly recommend I really highly recommend a trip down there. They're the friendliest people. The only state in Australia I haven't been to is WA, but out of every state I've been to so far, the people in Tasmania are the friendliest people I've met. And it's, Hobart's a beautiful city. The whole, it was just a gorgeous landscape down there. Thanks for having me, Tassie. And I've got another video coming out, and I think it'll be quite eye-opening. Let me know what you think about this.